Following an upsurge in crime over the last couple of months, a group of community activists recently called for a Memorial Day ceasefire, asking Memphians to put the guns down for just one day. The groups behind the ceasefire include Heal the Hood, Stop the Killing, Cut the Beef, and the Downtown Neighborhood Association. Some of the men involved in that effort join us now to share the results of their campaign. Please welcome Mr. Joe Calhoun, Mr. Keith Leachman, and Mr. Cam Mtenzi. Gentlemen, glad to have you here on the news at 3. Mr. Calhoun, let's begin with you. Memorial Day ceasefire. Why was this called in the first place, and how did it play out?
Well, it began just through conversation with other people, stakeholders in the city, realizing that we have a very serious problem. And in that effort to draw attention to the problem, we decided Memorial Day would be the perfect opportunity to call for a ceasefire and just draw attention to the fact that we need to do something seriously.
So how did that play out, though?
Not the way we would have liked it to have been, but at the same time, we have an opportunity as stakeholders in the community to support the nonprofits that are doing the work. And so that's the second part of it, is being able to pinpoint the nonprofits that need their support.
Sure. Mr. Leachman, let's bring you into this conversation. You have told me before that you've said, this city, we are in a battle. Why do you feel that way?
Well, it's an ongoing battle. We're in a crisis state right now in this city. We have senseless killing going on every 12 hours, not 24 hours. We just haven't had 3 murders in Orange Mound in 1 week. So this is a real war that we're having, a war with spirits.
That's for sure. Mr. Mtenzi, you've said also before that this is something not just affecting one particular community. This is citywide, countywide. Why do you say that?
Well, I say that it is countywide. I would say the whole state of Tennessee. Alex, I've been in the community working diligently in the vineyard for 40 years, Alex. One thing I can say in my services is to bring the leaders, top leaders, whether it be pastors, politicians, leaders that's in the trenches, unify and connect the leaders to the community, to the kids. That's a huge gap between the two, and that's been the disparity that I've been noticing.
Mr. Calhoun, obviously, no easy answers, whether it's in the city of Memphis or in any major city our size in this country. But how do we take this to another level here when it comes to actually beginning that process of reaching maybe young people, older people, or anyone to put the guns down?
Well, a lot of it has to do with legal gun owners understanding that they've got to lock their guns up, put them away, so that their kids don't get them. In addition to that, it's important that people, we have to fund these nonprofits that are doing the work with the kids. And so we've got the people from the Job Corps. It got a brief extension, but
a brief sigh of relief, as you said earlier.
A temporary solution. We've got the Boys and Girls Club. 3,500 students were participating in Boys Club.
That's a
just
lot.
Before their summer, the time when they need it the most. So that's another part of it, is we got to do wraparound service, which takes care of children from the time they get up to the time they go to bed, and making sure the kids are in the house at night. Those are the kinds of things that people used to do. It takes that village, and the village has got to be active.
So, Mr. Leachman, is that the thing where parents, grandparents, godparents, or aunts or uncles have to step up more? Who needs to be there?
Like Mr. Calhoun said, it takes a village. Now I'm worried about the village. I'm worried about the people that's controlling the village. We have to be hands-on with our kids. We got to go back to the bases. And you got to give them some structure. They took out corporate punishment. We just have to deal with them kids where they are. And meet them where they are.
So, Mr. Mtenzi, the last word is yours. Where do we go from here? What do we do? How do we continue to have not just a conversation, but actually see action and change?
Physical action. That's actually, it's a individual thing as a leader. And my call is to call all the physical individuals that's fully into the action of doing the best they can to unify and bring everybody together. My thing is I would love to call to action for the Rise of 300 More Leaders. In this plan on my end, I'm the founder of the Rise of 300 More Leaders. We have 160 members of the Rise of 300 More Leaders. So we're working on a plan of action for October the 19th, and I want to tie in, Joe, together with this, pulling the parents and the kids together and having a real conversation about what's going on in this community.
All right.
No phones, no social media connection, just hard-hitting conversation with parents and their kids. So we started the protocol with the Rise of 300
So put the
More
guns
Leaders.
down, put the phones
Put
down,
the phone
put the
down.
social media down
Yes,
as well.
yes, yes.
Mr. Mtenzi, Mr.
Yes.
Leachman, Mr. Calhoun. Gentlemen, thank you. Let's continue this conversation.
Yes.
Thank you.